Hello and welcome. This is another update on Genesis Mining. What a disaster. I want to show you what they've said now. They have said they're paying out now, and let me show you the details. We have a message from them on the system, and I'll show you now what they're saying. What a disaster. I can just say what a disaster. This is an absolute joke. Let me see now. I have a payout that I'm not actually getting paid out. I received something on the 6th, and it's even too small to be paid out, so it's not even a payout. It just doesn't even make any sense. Let me show you now as I bring it up. The website here is so terrible, so slow. But let me show you now what they've said. They put a message on the actual website to tell people what they're doing, and I don't even think they know what they're doing, to be honest with you. It's that much of a disaster. Let's have a look and let's read what they've said. We are currently investigating all delayed payouts again, and they're changing the system now. They're giving payouts to once every 2 days, and covering the 9th we're getting a payout, and this is an absolute joke. This is an absolute disgrace. You know, what kind of company is this? I don't know. I really don't understand what they're doing. It's just a disgrace, really. Let's have a look. I have received something on the 6th, and as you can see, that's not been paid out. As you can see, so what's the point in giving it to me if it is a payout, and that's probably for 3 or 4 days. So that's absolutely disgraceful. That's an absolute disgrace. And let me show you now. Let's see what we've got on Facebook. Here, let me see. They've left a message, and let me show you now what they've got on Facebook. Lots of people unhappy, as you can see, and again, they're just explaining what they're doing here. And as you can see, they're explaining that again. They're saying that payment is going to be on the 7th, so there'll be a bulk payment on the 7th. But if that was the payment, then it wasn't even a payment. So I don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, this is an absolute disgrace. You know, there's no accountability with this carry on. You know, what's going on. You know, they've actually, if they read it, what they've said, they have done something. They haven't been truthful in the sense that they said now the reason now they're telling us is that we were required to rebuild our server infrastructure after a security breach that happened 2 weeks ago. Well, what was that about the Bitfork? What was that about, the holding back the payments for Bitfork? What was that about? That's what they said. They only said that. They said that they were going to hold the payments back for the Bitfork, if you remember. But it's now about the security breach. They've had to change the infrastructure. Right, okay. You've had 2 weeks. You haven't told us the truth. Now you're telling us the truth. It's the 8th of August. It's the 8th of August. It's infrastructure. It's a security breach. Well, if you're running a mine, security is the first thing that you make sure is beyond reproach. That is the most important thing. Genesis Mining. That is the most important thing. That is the serious thing. If you're a real company, you are running a mine, security and crypto security is the most important thing. That does not make any sense. If there's a breach, that ruins your whole business model. That you absolutely messed up. That doesn't even make any sense. So you've got a security breach. Well, then it's going to happen again, isn't it? It's going to happen again and again. If you've let it happen once, it can happen again. All right? This doesn't make any sense. This whole company has spent millions of dollars and pounds investing in it. You have to make sure there's never a security breach. And now that there is, well then, you've just said your whole company's been breached. Well, that's the trust gone. Even if it was any breach, we don't know the truth now. This doesn't make any sense. This is whole stupid. It's the Ponzi scheme is just unreal. They've had a security breach, and now that's what's happened. It's taken 2 weeks to try and get this under control. What I believe's happened is they've lost a lot of money, and now they just need to hold people back because they don't have the coins to give them. So they're delaying it. They're not giving them enough. I believe they lost a lot of money in this security breach, and that's what the problem is. And now they're just sort of holding it back. They've had a big loss, and we're talking a big loss of money, and that is a disaster in itself. That is an absolute disaster in itself, because if you're running this mine, if I was the guy at the top, this guy, German guy, I don't know who his name is, Marcus or something like that, He's the one with all the money. That's the first thing that you have to make sure, that you are not going to lose crypto coins to any criminals. And now that you have, you compromise your whole business and it's a disaster. So now, if you have this real business, it's an actual disaster. This is a disaster. And all I can say is they have put themselves right in the shit. And I've given up anyway, because I know I've lost money. I've lost money. I've lost $700-800 here, you know. I've given up on them. I don't know if I'll ever get the correct payments anymore, but what can I do? You can't get a refund. You know, you're absolutely snookered once you put your money into this Ponzi scheme. It's, what can I say? There's nothing I can say, and yet the YouTubers pump it up daily. It's a joke, and you have a laugh at these guys pumping them up, and you know they're shameless, but that's what it is. And I think, to be honest with you, Genesis Mining, it's a disaster. It's an absolute disaster. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. And like and subscribe. And I will talk more about cryptocurrencies and this Genesis Mining carry on. It's a saga that's playing out on a daily basis. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thumbs up and comment below. And I'll see you again in the next video.